I mean, your 3 videos. I mean, really, it should be like. I mean, we think when we like sometimes we put it off. And I mean, we're not supposed to be doing that. But like, throughout the day, we be thinking about when we listen to other people videos, like other Akim videos, we listen to the other apostles and the other videos. We be thinking about a video or a subject that come off that. Like we could do it something off that. But what happens is when we don't write that down, you know what I mean, or that spirit hits us immediately to write it down. We don't write it down. We forget. I mean, we go about our day, start doing bullshit. You know what I mean? So we start. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say Salaki. I'm gonna say Salak and Yahweh Bashim Yahshua on that. You know what I mean? But right now, I was so yesterday. First and foremost, want to give all praises, glory, do it to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bahashim Wakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are ruling well, who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh. And honors to you, brothers, pushing this word in sincerity and truth throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Okay, that we were scattered. We consisting of you Negroes, okay, Latinos, Native American, Indian, Haitians, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, which make up you 12 tribes of Israel. I'm the brothers of Har Gabor and Lord willing, Aparatazah. The lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect, men, women, and children. Okay, so yeah, I went to one of Esau's plantations yesterday. Long story short, it was through a temp. It was through a temp agency. Okay, so cool. The water Yahweh Shem Yahweh shot for that. Because he's gonna keep his men. You know, uh, 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 you know, you know. Roughly paraphrasing, it says um, his servant shall not lack for nothing. Okay, but that is more speaking of on coming in upon the perilous times. You know. A martial law and when shit hit the fan, so to speak, and then there's no more food and water out here. All right, so yeah, I was in this warehouse yesterday working with and a coworker I previously worked at another site. Okay, through this temp agency, and you know the first time I met him, he was going into what's that uh he was talking about his woman this, his woman that, and the third. He was trying to go into he was going into basically being a servant for his woman. And I was sitting there, and I was like, certain scriptures that popped to my head as he had talked to me. You know what I mean? And so, long story short, I was thinking about, how, like, you think about those situations, or you can revert back those scenarios back to the scriptures ultimately, because they're living proof right in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? So long story short, I'm just gonna read this because it's pertaining to the brother and various other brothers, who may not even be in the truth. I'm not gonna say brothers that's not in the truth, because you're not really brothers. But I'm gonna say Israelites that's not in the truth. Okay? Because really all men are dealing with this problem. Okay? Unless well, I'm gonna say all men are dealing with this problem. All right? And this basically all this goes back to the curses. But here, let's just jump into Hosea, the first chapter, because what the brother was explaining, I didn't get to that, was basically uh his woman has broke his phone, and it was going to through this, that, and the third, and uh she don't know if first he was saying triplets, but now he keep on saying twins, and he don't know if the kids would be his. Mind you, it's a Jake, okay, and his woman's supposed to be when I saw her the first time, she looked like an Edomite, man. But who knows, man? The spirit could, say otherwise. But long story short, man, it sounds repetitive and like the scriptures are. You know what I mean? But hey, man, like the apostles and elders go into all the time, man. Hey, man, we don't own or have any women on the other side. Okay, matter of fact, the first time I heard that, you know what I mean, I knew what he was saying, but it was the apostle, the Rakah, okay, on 34th and 7th. It was my first. I remember it was my first. It was my It was my first time meeting the elders and apostles in person. He said, Apostle Rakah, he was like, I never had a woman. I never had a woman. You know what I mean by that? You know what I mean? What do I mean? I was like, basically, I'm like, you never what? You never popped her, meaning you never popped her cherry, and she's still under your vibration, okay? If you popped her cherry, okay, she ain't had sex with another man, and she's still with you, and she's still under your vibration. That means she's still your woman, okay? Now today, okay, the woman been with 50 plus dudes, Tom, Dick, and Harry, and etc. before you get with them, which is long story short what I was getting into, you know, but without further ado, let's just get into Hosea 1:1. The word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that came unto Hosea the son of Beri in the days of Uzziah. Okay, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, king of Israel. It says, the beginning of the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai by Hosea, and the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms, and a children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's the point, man. Ultimately, it tells you where in what I think Jeremiah the 3rd chapter as well, or is it the 1st chapter? But yeah, it tells you, you know what I mean. That long story short, that we played the harlot. Okay, let me see if I can get that right fast. I think there's one. Right? Jeremiah 3:1, they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him, become another's man, shall he return to her again? Okay, shall not that land be greatly polluted? Yeah, and going back to that scenario, okay, let's say if you even if you did pop a quote unquote, I'm not gonna say quote unquote, well, even if you did pop a virgin here in America or wherever, is that woman still under you? You know what I mean? Has she slept with another man since she has been popped by you? You know what I mean? We know women are possessions according to the scriptures, but here in America and in today's society is not so. Okay, they say if a man put away his wife and she go from him, and you could thank Esau for that. Okay, which was all ultimately, it was all prophesied, Jeremiah 31:22, that a woman shall compass a man. But you could thank Esau, okay, the wicked, for being the devil that he is. Okay, they say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yeah, man. So long story short, man, we over here, we us as a nation, we going into this philosophy, that doctrine, worshiping that God and that idol. You know what I mean? Which is what? Spiritual fornication. And because we are as the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's wife, us as a people, okay? That's why Jerusalem, okay, is his favorite city. Because it's consisting of you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians first, which is a people before it's a place, man. Okay? We go back into Hosea 1. It says the beginning. No, so he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblam, which conceived and bare him a son. Okay. I'm gonna read it again. Oh yeah, so we created great what whoredoms against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh, going off, just basically putting other gods but for him, which is like one of the first commandments. Okay, so he has in return, he has us, to know what it feels like. Okay, long story short, man. Man, we don't have no women on this side. You have your decent ones, so to speak. Okay, your decent ones. Okay, the ones that you're able to dwell with and them with you. I mean, but don't act like there's no some perfect virtuous woman out there right now. And Lord got a couple, the few saved for the elect out there, But for the most part, man, it's a wrap, man. You just gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. I mean, and not to get caught up too into that, really too much, because these women, man, especially in these times right now, you gotta think about them being the main lineup. For any situation, especially if in this truth, and say you got a seed, or you got a seed, a son or a daughter by one of these Israelite women out here. I ain't gonna bash them too much, but one of these Israelite women out here, and you never know how it could go, man. Like Job's wife, when shit hit the fan, so to speak. Hey, she told Job to curse the Most High and die. We're talking about situations as the hour of temptation, okay, appears when the world in the oikumenic sense is presented and presented with that mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Okay, a lot of you niggas, a lot of children, okay, is gonna be the lineup, the main lineup. These women are gonna lead a lot of men and children to their death, man. Just by accepting by accepting the mark, which is the RFID chip. Okay, which is what if your husband told you not to get it, which is he would be in the truth. If he told you not to get it, you would still be what going off, worshiping another god. You'll be if they get the chip, they'd be putting Esau as their god. You know what I mean? Okay. Which is again, which goes into playing the harlot and the lover, but because we don't have our women on this side, man. We don't have our women on this side. We're gonna have them in the kingdom. So that's what it is. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay. What was his name? Oh yeah, Jamil. That was his name, Jamil. Okay. So Jamil. Yeah, I'll read the two scriptures again, and then I'm gonna just close out. It's Hosea 1:1. The word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that came into Hosea the son of Beri in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, the kings of Judah, in the days of Jeroboam the son of Joash, king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua by Hosea, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua said to Hosea, go take thee unto thee a wife of whoredoms. Okay? As we being a whore, we been a whore to the Lord. So he said, oh, you want to be a whore to me? Okay. You go deal with whores and sluts, okay? Okay? And see how it feels. You know what I mean? See how it feels, man. Yeah. Yeah. And basically, you know what I mean? Every brother has been through it. You know what I mean? You know how it feels when your woman step out on you. When you tell her anyway, when you tell her anyway that she can't step out, and she mess around and do the shit anyway. Okay. You know what I mean, really, you supposed to cut that bitch off, but you know what I mean, hey, hey man, it is what it is, man. We gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. You know what I mean, so hey, brother, man, I mean, yeah, don't put your all into these. Don't put none of your strength into these women. Give not their strength into that woman. And which another thing he was going into too. Just to recap on something. Oh yeah, there's been many that run out their wits for women, man, and become servants for their sakes. Okay, what the word woman mean? Okay, female servant. She's supposed to be serving you, brother. Okay, supposed to be serving you. All right. Amen. Well, that, we can give all praises and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Wakakwadash, that will learn us to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Until next time, Shalom.